Have you ever felt this rush of intrusive thoughts? For example, should I just cut the cake? Or should I just eat all of that in one go? These are all intrusive thoughts, and many of us get so scared when these intrusive thoughts come in. A lot of comments about intrusive thoughts and how to deal with them. So, that is what we are going to talk about today in Mind Matters with Subhiksha. And before we go about, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. Now, before we understand intrusive thoughts, you need to know this story about the brain. The brain actually has a lot of time. Unlike the human body, which gets tired, the brain rarely gets tired. So the brain sees things, it listens to a lot of things, it goes to a lot of places, and then after some time, it will take all the information and it will start analyzing everything. Sometimes it starts over-analyzing things. And when it over-analyzes things, that is when we get disorders like anxiety, panic attack, and etc. But intrusive thoughts sometimes feel very scary because they might come in different patterns. For example, harming somebody or self-harm. These are some of the common patterns of intrusive thoughts. But what if I tell you that the more attention you give to those intrusive thoughts, the more difficult it is for you to come out of it? In my mother tongue, there is a word called as idiapasical. Idiapam is a dish and it goes like this, this and this. If you go inside that, you cannot come out of it. It becomes a sickle, which means it becomes a matrix. You can't come out of it. So in this video, I will be explaining to you why your intrusive thoughts are not as big as you think and you need to relax a little bit. Number one. Thoughts are of all different types. We get so many thoughts every day, but the problem is when we get thoughts which we think are not good, then we end up questioning our entire identity. Let's say you get a thought that that person is so bad, I am going to fight with her. And then you suddenly think, but they did not do anything to me like that. Why am I becoming so bad? Why did I become such a bad person? What happened to me? That was just an intrusive thought. So the more weightage you give to these thoughts, the more they are going to eat you. So let's say that you ordered something from Zepto and you did not check the name of the person who is going to deliver you. You just open the door, get the parcel, and the person leaves. Now, are you going to keep track of who is coming to deliver your Zepto parcels every day? No, right? You're just getting the delivery and you're just leaving the messenger. That is how you need to deal these intrusive thoughts also. The first thing is you have so many thoughts in our brain that each thought does not actually matter the way you think it matters. These different thoughts come by different parts of the brain. There are different parts of the brain which are active, and it is based on so many things that the brain sees, the brain hears, the brain thinks, and some stupid random thought comes into your head. So first thing is, you are not your thoughts. All thoughts are not real. And the second thing is, start ignoring the intrusive thoughts. Let's say that there is a person who is continuously, you are a teacher and there is a child who is continuously naughty in your class. You have made the child stand in your period, you have made them sit separately, but all of this is giving that child more attention. In that child's head, the child will think, ma'am is doing like this, so we are still the number one rule show stealer. We are the hero in the film. Everybody is looking at us. Till the teacher ignores the child, does not bother what the child is telling, she lets the child be whatever the child is doing, and she tells the other students to also ignore the child. Till then, the child will behave like it is the hero of some film, like it is the superhero. So the more weightage you give to the intrusive thoughts, the more real it seems. How many of you all can admit to this? When you give the intrusive thoughts some weightage, it will feel as though it is so real. And then if it is related to harming somebody, even as a thought, then if you give it so much of importance, then you will immediately feel so bad. guilt, shame, fear, anxiety, panic, all of them comes into place. Why? Because you're giving that thought a meaning. You're attaching an emotion to that and you're making it into a big issue. And when you start making intrusive thoughts into a big issue, then the brain will think that, oh, this person finds this very useful. Actually, brain is a stupid piece of machine. Okay, it has no big purpose. So when you attach an important emotion to it, then the brain will start sending these signals to you every single day. Then you will have no other way to ignore it. Your panic will increase more. You will start obsessing over it. You might even get OCD out of it. Now you understand. So when the intrusive thoughts start, it's your reminder to cut them immediately. These are not real thoughts. It's just your brain's some mechanism. There is a blunder in that mechanism. So first point was thoughts are not real. You are not your thoughts. Not all the thoughts you think are real. And second one is don't give weightage to these thoughts. And the third thing is learn how to deal with it. Some people say, some psychologists say this technique that when you get these intrusive thoughts, name it. For example, you can name it as wrong number. You can name it as spam. You can name it as garbage. So when those thoughts come in, just give the name. Oh, the garbage has come again. Oh, the spammer has come again. So when you label it, you will find it a little bit easier to manage it. You will find it funnier to manage it. And when you label these thoughts, the moment it comes, you will not get panicked, because otherwise when these such intrusive thoughts come, you get panicked, and then the panic system will trigger your physical body also. So your gut will go, you'll get stomach pain, you'll get headache, you will get all the physical symptoms of a panic attack. So third thing is give it a funny name and see how it becomes into a funny episode. And number 4, most important thing, don't sit idle. Don't sit simply when these intrusive thoughts come. Because when you are not doing any work, I'm not saying that you should not take rest at all. No. But when these intrusive thoughts come into the picture, you need to get up and do something. Either do walking, do some exercises, do some squats, or go to the kitchen, start cooking, do something to divert your brain, because we know that it is not real, but still a part of us will believe that, and it'll start listening to that thought and it'll start ruminating on that thought. So the fourth thing is divert and distract yourself. Get into some physical work such that your mental work reduces, which is why everybody says that exercise is a must. You need to exercise every day. Why? Because your physical body, when the physical body gets tired, sometimes your mind also quietens down. So these were the 4 things which I wanted to tell you about intrusive thoughts. And the next time you get such a thought, please don't get scared. Fear is the mother of all mental problems. The moment you get scared, game over. Nobody can help you. No amount of medicines, therapy can help you, because you are now afraid of that thought. And such thoughts feed upon your fear. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it really helps you a lot, because there was a stage when I used to get so afraid of these thoughts, but now it's just so funny thinking about them. So everybody needs to know how to handle these thoughts. I will see you all in another video. Till then, stay safe and stay happy.